They say the best things come from the
We're gonna talk about this Kodak Black because yesterday, I think right after we left the podcast, a little Instagram clip came out of Kodak Black going in on T.I., and then not too long after that, this song came out. We listened to that a couple of times in the pre-production. We're going to give our thoughts. But let me play this video clip right now that's circulating around the internet. Kodak Black thought that he had to respond to T.I. Here's what he said. Here's Kodak Black.
Most on the internet, every little chance a nigga get go viral. Oh, I'm a woo pray for him, you know that. But you know I'm talking about woo. You feel me? Then you making songs for like nigga like bitch you riding nothing. Yeah, like trying to get in the game, nigga take your ass out the game. Like right now nigga drop some shit like, boy, you really fool. Like you should have made one of your little faggot ass little sons write a rap, right? Cause that shit really like pulled it in. That shit really like put it in, you feel me? Yeah. Come on now, dog. Like nigga.
All right, so that's Kodak. He said a little bit. He dropped the song today. You know, wasn't too bad or whatever. He threw a couple shots at T.I., but he came at T.I. pretty hard right there. Said, man, what do you think about Kodak Black? You know what I mean? Now responding to T.I. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Oh God, if you don't mind, I really want you to go first. I really want you to go first, man. I want to hear what you got to say first because I just want to hear what you got to say.
To me, I know a lot of people want to come at T.I. and whatnot and say he's clout chasing, but I just think somebody had to say it. You know what I mean? If it wasn't T.I. or the game, somebody else would have, other people said it too, but they're just who they are, and he had to say it. And he was right what he said. You know what I mean? Now with the Kodak Black and the T.I. thing going back and forth, obviously it's not healthy, because it should have never happened. Kodak Black should have never said it. But, long as it stays on wax, I think it's healthy. I don't think that Kodak Black is going to be able to rock out, with T.I. lyrically, going back and forth like that. I can't wait to see what T.I. has to say in response. But I think it's just hip hop, man. This is what happens. People talk shit. They go on wax. They do what they do. I'm not really reading too deep into this, man. But yeah, that's all I pretty much think about it, man, to be honest.
If it follows your argument, oh God, it is just making records and this is good for hip hop and it's just entertainment,
right?
Then you make my point exactly.
Okay.
Because in this, I think it's a little deeper, and this is the thing that I didn't want to get to. And this is the crazy part about this. And this is why, although a lot of our loyal subscribers, I'm not even talking about the wild motherfuckers that just say wild stuff, the people that rock with us consistently, right, and we know, get on me when I call T.I., dare I say, a clout chaser sometimes, even though he has the show on VH1 and he has this and he has that. He's a great marketer and understands the power of media and how to promote his brand. All that being said, they get mad at me because he's a real one, he's genuine. Now, let me say a few things. I don't disagree with Kodak needing to be checked, but it reminds me of when we were a child. Oh God, and you remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. T.I. is 38 years old, September 25th, 1980. Kodak Black is 21 years old, June 11th, 1997.
Both grown men.
You got a Libra, you got a Gemini. Right. They make great content, don't they? We know that firsthand. They make great content. If you really wanted to get across to a young, wild dude, and we don't even know, and I'm not saying that Kodak Black had a dad, I don't know, but we know kids and that become young adults, that become men in that environment, don't respond well to motherfuckers coming at them and checking them like that. They got egos, they got certain things. You're not going to get a positive reaction out of doing it the way your games did and your T.I.'s did. You just aren't. You're not going to get it. So in T.I., knowing that, being one of them young wild boys before, understanding that situation, if you really genuinely cared about what happened in that situation, which I believe you did, but I also believe you went fucking Hollywood, because if you didn't, you would have hit him behind the scenes. Any real one out there, you tell me if I'm saying anything wrong right now. You also said on your live in front of other people, because you had to respond to the people saying that why'd you have to go? You all responded to that live.
Yeah. And
you went on to say, I did what my brother would have done for me. That being Nipsey. Now, I don't know Nipsey. I don't know him personally. Mm-hmm. Definitely ride with his movement, always have and will always forever will.
Right.
Know him better than I do, T.I., so dare I say anything out of line. But I don't think Nipsey Hussle would have went and dropped 60 seconds worth of content on Instagram to go ahead and check a situation. That just doesn't seem like the kind of vibe that I would get. So, yes, I do think it was a little Hollywood. One of our loyal subscribers said something, and I sent that to you. I'm going to read it. So, and this is from John Hamilton. Shout out to you, brother. So T.I. in the game and Michael Rappaport and Charlamagne and everybody else clout chasing for calling out Lauren Ingram for being disrespectful to Nipsey. Remember, out of everybody that called Kodak out, y'all seem to say T.I. in the game was clout chasing. So keep the same energy, fellas. Be consistent.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's an interesting comment. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they was quick, you know, to jump on, you know, even though it was needed. And if you look, especially the game, he had a relationship with Nipsey. You know what I mean? So, like, T.I. is different. When you talk about the game, let's jump over here to him. He might not have had his information to hit him up behind the scenes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's so just like going, it happened in public. You say it in public. Obviously, people, this is what people do. We know that now. They go on the internet and they put stuff out. It's really a great move at the end of the day because it's about branding yourself and marks. So why not take the opportunity to do it when it's going to be out there damn near anyway?
It's just because it's not genuine, because it's not real.
I mean, you know,
and it's a line that has to be drawn.
Right.
If you want to go ahead and promote yourself and promote a brand, that's one thing. If you're trying to give real shit at a real time in a real situation,
be both. It's going to be both.
Then you ain't
genuine. You look at cats like my son. Let's say, for example, you'll see, you know, he'll put out a message, but he'll have his hat on. You know what I'm saying? Sold out for sale. Or even you, we're putting out a message. We got our merchandise on. So naturally, people are going to be, oh shit, what can I, you know what I'm saying? It just goes hand in hand, you know what I mean, with it. Now, people said T.I., he didn't have to say anything, but he did. And then as a result, it needed to be said. He needed to be checked, whether it was in the public or not. The dude needed to be checked. You know what I mean?
If you want a good intention out of that, oh God, if somebody came to you being who you are at 21 years old,
you may be right about that
and tried to came at you over social media, knowing who you are, is it going to work? If you really genuinely care, you said that young boy came at his woman at the wrong fucking time. I could not agree more. He said some shit that was out of bounds. If you cared about the situation, if you cared about that young man in a day and age where we know egos run a fucking muck, and this situation can turn into something real because he's never going to back down to anything until, God forbid, something fucking wild happens. Right. And then we're going to be talking on, we got to unify. Shut the fuck up. No, we don't, because we could have unified easier if you'd have just hit that brother on the private, let him know, listen, this was out of line, bro. I don't want to make this go public. I don't want to see the cameras do this. This is a real situation amongst bros. Just do me a favor and tone it down, family. That's all that I'm asking you, family. Understand the situation.
So you think that would have made Kodak apologize, or
Kodak being a real one may have said, you know what, I meant no disrespect by it. If we didn't know who hit him in that situation, who knows what the fuck could have happened. Maybe now that it's out, and now that we got the discussion, because we didn't talk about it at first, and I refused to even put the shit on Instagram and nothing, because I'm like, I don't fuck. This is some Hollywood shit. I said it early, and I'm saying it now. It's just it's meant for people to watch and react to.
But what if you ever stop and think that T.I. didn't give a fuck if that happened? Like, that's what he wanted. Like, he wanted to disrespect this dude in the public. He wanted the backlash. I think that's probably what he wanted, because if not, he would have did it behind the scenes. This is what he wanted.
And with all due respect to an OG out here that wants to do better for the community, I disagree with.
I mean, sometimes everything always going to be pretty. You know what I mean? And cakes and behind the scenes, some things going to be fought out in the public sometimes.
I ain't with everything being pretty. If they had something, conversation happening in private, and Kodak Black said some wild shit to T.I., do what you got to do and say what you got to say private. And if you guys happen to get into a situation when it becomes public, and then we got to discuss something that became public, and you talk about why, listen, I tried to check the brother behind the scenes. He said something wild. I slapped him in his fucking mouth. That's what real people do. I ain't mad at that. But you went Hollywood with it so quick.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still on wax. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Now, what do you think about the diss track? You know, Kodak Black, his diss track. What would you say about that?
It was entertaining.
Was it good? Was it, you know what I mean? It wasn't, I mean, it was okay.
It wasn't the greatest diss track of all time, but this shouldn't even became a beef. What is it a beef about?
But what's going to happen is he's going to get himself lyrically destroyed by T.I. when he comes back.
So you're admitting that this is all a game.
No, I'm not saying that it was orchestrated to be a game. That people are making it a game. It's a dude, Kodak Black, who went on the internet, did some silly shit. These dudes went on the internet and checked them on the internet. That's the age that we live in. That behind the scenes shit. Jay Prince went on the internet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people went, you know what I'm saying?
With that. As big as Jay Prince is, and as much respect as we got for him, we disagree with that too.
And age now is different. It ain't like it was before. People are putting shit on the internet. That's how we get our damn content. That's how people get the content to talk about, because people are putting this shit on the internet now. That's just what it is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. As long as nobody get hurt, it just is what it is. I don't think that T.I. was, you know, necessarily, he made a mistake by doing it in the public, maybe, but I don't think he was setting out, you know what I mean, to to do it like you're making it seem like he was setting out to like this one big, you know, publicity stunt game. Nah, I think he was just genuine about it and was emotional and made a decision.